live from the we're coming to you live from Sliders Seaside Grill in Fernandina Beach, Florida, and we're here with the weigh-in for the Comeback to Reality boxing event that we're going to be holding tomorrow night. We've been waiting all week for this. The fighters are just about ready to get on the scales. They're filling out all their forms and meds, and all that happy stuff is going on right now as we speak. And what we're going to be doing for you right now is we're going to have all the fighters that are participating in this, plus the owner of Sliders Seaside Grill and some other special guests and stuff, are all going to be sitting and joining us live right now, where we're right in the other room, right over there in the other room, which you see right now. The doctor is, performing their stuff, and they're going to be getting on the scale, and all that happy stuff is happening right now. Sal Sinicola, as you know, we've been talking all week. Has been preparing for this for 3 months. He's coming back. He's setting some records, and not only a boxing record, but a world record. It's on the, what is that? The Guinness Book of World Records, that's right. And that's all going to be set tomorrow night. And we're going to be streaming it live right here on LDL TV. We're scheduled to start at 7:30, I believe, p.m., and hopefully you guys can join us. There are still tickets available. You can visit www.salsinicola.com if you're in the Fernandina Beach, Florida area, or Jacksonville. It's about a 40-minute drive, or anywhere else. If you want to come on down, there are still some seats available, so make sure you witness that. We got a great card for you. 2 heavyweights are on this 5-fight card in addition to Sal Sinicola's fight. We also have a featherweight and a super middleweight bout all scheduled to fight tomorrow. So we got a good lineup. I'll give you a quick lineup right now. Sal Sinicola is the main event. 25 years waiting to get back into the ring. We told you all week long he's setting all these records. His last fight was 25 years ago. I believe it's 25 years and 63 days to be exact. His record going into this fight, this is a pro fight. It's a fully sanctioned fight. It will be 4 rounds in the middleweight division. It will be middleweight division. They're both over 154. 18-2 with 11 knockouts. He's taking on Nate Petty from Louisville, a guy that's a tough fighter. He's got 7 professional fights under his belt. That's going to be the main event, 4 rounds in the middleweight division. The co-main event is a really, really good matchup. We have a scheduled 10-round heavyweight bout. Glendetti Hernandez is 9-0 with 5 knockouts, and he's going up against Dule Arston. We're ready for our first guest. He's the owner of the place where we're having our weigh-in right now, Sliders Seaside Resort. George Stewart. And he's all mic'd up right now. George, glad you could join us.
Glad to be here.
What's going on? What's the feel here in the local area about this fight and everything that surrounds it?
Well, I think it's just total excitement from everyone. We don't have many fights down here in Fernandina Beach, Florida, and that would probably include Jacksonville too, which is the city near us. And everybody's just real excited, real happy that the event is here. The city and county are involved and really helping to promote this thing, and we're really all happy about it.
Well, we're happy that you're having us here, and we're looking forward to not only the weigh-in festivities here, but we all are coming back here after the fight for an after-fight party, so we appreciate that. One thing that's been going through, we've been kind of camped out in St. Simons Island, Georgia all week. And one thing that we're all actually taking bets on is how many people we're expecting to walk up and buy tickets. From what you feel for, being right here in the center of everything, what do you think? Do you think there's a buzz going to come and see this, or just the fact that it's here, or what do you think?
I think there's a good buzz. I happen to live in St. Simons Island and have this business down here, so I'm connected both ways. And a lot of people are excited from St. Simons. Sal has, as you know, a pizza restaurant there, which does an incredible job. Very popular, and it's popular a lot because of him and just the excitement around him. And so I think a lot of people from there will come down. I know of about one group that I'm going to the fight with of about 15 people. So
from St. Simons.
From St. Simons.
Yeah, I know. We've been eating there all week, and there's a big buzz in St. Simons. but we're hoping that a lot of people locally here are going to come by as well.
Yes, I think you'll see that. I think there's been some good promotions in Jacksonville, and then there's a local internet newspaper, the Ferndale Observer. They did a really good article, and I think Sal provided a lot of information for them, and they were actually in the restaurant last night talking about it. So they've got a really big following, so I think it'll really be good.
So what do you think? What's your opinion of Sal Zenicola returning to the ring after 25 years? I mean, let's be real. That's a quarter of a century.
I think he's a nut.
Right, we all do. we all do. But putting that aside,
I just saw Sal a while ago, just a minute ago, and didn't recognize him, so you can tell he's really been training. He hadn't been eating a lot of pizzas lately.
I tell you what, he looks great. I've had the opportunity to watch him train this week. He's been in the gym. He looks hard. I mean, when I say I'm carrying a six-pack, I'm carrying a different six-pack than what he's carrying.
No, wait. Hey,
He's,
maybe he's an inspiration for all us
Yeah,
guys. But I'm still not going to get in a ring under any circumstance.
I think you hit it on the head, and that is something that I believe, and it's something that I've been talking about all week. I think that the whole human interest part of this, inspiration for someone. I know I'm over 50 years old, and I know that a lot of people are going to be pulling for him just for that reason. And I think that it goes deeper than boxing. What's your thoughts?
Certainly. That's 100%. All of us old guys and I think you always think that whether he is or not, the underdog is probably the guy that's 50 years old.
Right.
And so everybody loves to pull for the underdog. And when I saw him today, I said, whoa, man, you might not be the underdog. I'm telling you, you look great.
Well, we also have a great card to complement it, so it's going to be a nice night of boxing action tomorrow night. We're hoping for a good turnout. Like you said, from St. Simon's, we know that we're going to have a pretty big crowd coming down from St. Simon's, and we hope that it has been promoted enough here. We've gotten already feedback that it's been in all these local papers, plus Jacksonville, like you mentioned. So hopefully everybody will come out.
Yeah, we've had posters around this restaurant now for probably 6 weeks. Soon after it was announced, actually soon after they made the posters, and we have a lot of people who come through this restaurant every day. So we've promoted it too. So hopefully, I think it'll work out great. I really do.
But before we let you go, what's been the general opinion of people, like when they talk about it? Are they saying the same thing we say, this guy's crazy, or are they like, oh my God, 53 years old, he's getting in the ring? I mean, what are they talking about?
I think it would be pretty much what we say, but that what fortitude, what guts it takes to do something like this after having been out of the ring for so long. And the rest of us in this world would never get in a ring when we're 18.
Exactly.
Let alone when we're 53. So I think that in itself generates a lot of interest.
You're right. Now, Sal personally, what do you predict? If everything turns out the way he is expecting it tomorrow night, do you think we're going to hear Sal tell us he's going to be fighting again?
I think so. I didn't realize until he was inducted into the New Jersey Boxing Hall of Fame that he never lost a fight. And I don't think he's going to ruin his record.
Well, he actually did. He never had been stopped before, and he's picking up from where he left off.
Okay.
But that was 25 years ago. But we're looking for some good things, and we're all predicting that if everything comes out okay, he's going to be begging for another one.
I think so, too.
So maybe you think he'll be fighting until he's 60?
I don't know.
Jack Johnson did.
That's a question for Sal.
Well, George, I appreciate it.
Certainly,
Again, I appreciate you having
you.
us here, and we're looking forward to a great event tomorrow and coming back here for some fun.
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun tomorrow night. So it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow during the day. So we'll have a lot of people throughout the day. So y'all come by and check out the Tiki Bar and the ocean and everything else.
Well, I'm here for the girls too, so I'll take
that second floor deck. Just check it out.
Well, I'll make sure I come to you. You point me in the right direction, my man.
Thank you.
All right, George. Thanks a lot.
All right.
That's George Stewart. He's the owner of Slider Seaside Grill, where we're at right now. They're as we speak, they're weighing in the fighters right now, and all that happy stuff. We're going to have all the fighters that are involved in the card coming by and chatting with us one by one. So we're looking forward to that. Just before George joined us, I started to go through the card. In the main event, and like I said, it's scheduled 4-round fight in the middleweight division. Sal Senacola is the main event, coming back after 25 years. He's going up against Nate Petty, who's an experienced fighter, 7 fights. This was although Sal has 20 fights under his belt, being off for 25 years, it's a pretty evenly matched fight. The co-main event is a scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight. Glendetti Hernandez going up against Dooley Arson Tildale. That's going to be a heavyweight fight. Both of those fighters are in fantastic shape. I couldn't believe that when I saw them earlier. So that's the co-main event. Then we have another heavyweight fight, and everybody loves to come and see heavyweights fight. A scheduled 4-round fight. Undefeated Nate Haven out of Ocala, Florida. He's 5-0 with 4 knockouts. He's going up against Terry Cox out of Louisville, Kentucky, who's also got an impressive record of 2-1 with a knockout. That's the other heavyweight fight scheduled for 4 rounds. We also have a featherweight fight, 4-round fight that's actually a fight that is going to be pretty good because both fighters are going to be making their pro debut, and they both have the same experience. They're both former MMA fighters, and they'll be making their pro debut in the squared circle. Brandon Riles is going up against Jason Samche, and both of those guys are ready to roll as well. And to kick off the action in the super middleweight division, we have an interesting bout. 2 fighters that have yet to record a victory. And generally, when you see those kinds of fighters fighting each other, you're in for a good fight. Stephen Chadwick going up against Clavon Bradley. Right now, joining us, he was with us earlier, my man Joe Says. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing?
How's Sal looking today? Did you get a chance to do anything with him? He's Sal's trainer. And what?
He's looking good. He's ready. You can tell he's ready.
He was telling us that the weight, all week long, he was saying that his weight was, we were worried that he was going to actually weigh in too late, but maybe his scale was off because he's right where we need him to be.
Yeah, he was 156.
Yeah, that's
so
perfect.
That's good, and he's calm, relaxed. So he's ready to go.
Oh, he's himself. He was fooling around before and everything else.
So he's ready to go.
So what do you think? We've talked to you a couple times this week already, and we watched him train, and we went through the motions and stuff. You and I talked about it off the air. I mean, he's got to be going through the similar feelings that he did on his pro debut. I mean, it's been 25 years, but he's got to have some butterflies in his stomach.
He has some flashbacks for sure. He has to.
Right. He's only human, right?
Yeah, but he has the experience. So you can tell how he behaves. You can tell he's a real professional.
How do you see this fight going?
Good for us.
Good. Well, that's good. I think every if a fighter was sitting here and I asked him how the fight's going to go, if he said, "Well, good for the other guy," I think that's a problem. So.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be good. You use his speed, and that the speed is the main factor in this fight, I think.
One thing that we've been talking about all week is, should everything turn out okay for him, the big question is he going to do it again? What do you think?
I'm sure he does. He told me that he will do it again. He wants to do it again.
So do you think that we'll be seeing Sal fighting? Is he going to pull a Jack Johnson? Is he going to be fighting at 60 years old?
It could be.
You never know, right?
If he trains like he does right now and nothing bad happens, like an injury or something, he could be there because, he's very determined.
Yeah, no, he's in great shape. I mean, there's no question about that. And nobody's expecting him to go in and, fight a world-ranked fighter. Yeah. I mean, basically, in a sense, he's starting from scratch.
Actually, he's an inspiration. It's for me, too. Not just for me, too, because, he's 53 years old and that shape, makes me to work harder, it's a good role model.
Well, I tell you what, he's an inspiration for me too. Next time you see me, I'm not going to be as fat of a bastard as I am right now. He's going to be. I'm going to not eat as much pizza as I've been eating, But no, I think you're right, and I think that everybody is kind of thinking the same thing, especially for us older guys. Not you, but me. Somebody that's over 50 sees a guy like Sal in that kind of shape, and the way he's acting, and
exactly.
I mean, he looks sharp. We'll see tomorrow night. When you get hit, that's one of the telltale. I know he's sparred, and I know you've hit him. He's told me that you've hit him in sparring, and but it's going to be a little different tomorrow, and I think that's going to be the honest
different environment. You have the audience, the fans around you, more stress, more adrenaline, and it's different. and he has been there 25 years ago. So we'll see how his body reacts, because he's mentally right. I mean,
Right.
he's ready.
Right.
But you never know how your body is gonna react.
That's the whole
So,
thing, and that reminds me when we were talking to Bobby Ches the other day, and he said the same thing. He said, he made a comeback at 34.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, at 38.
Yeah.
And he said that he felt that he was in the best shape of his life at 38 years old, and he just he knew what he wanted to do, and he was trying to do it, but his body just wouldn't react as quick. I think Sal is in a little different case, because it almost seems like he knows how his body is going to react.
Yeah.
My thing is, like you said, I'm not sure how his body's going to react after he gets hit.
Yeah, because I think his reflexes are good, and his hands-eye coordination is good, and his speed is good, but we see what happens in the fight.
Well, we're all looking forward to it. Do you have an official prediction, or I know you said it's going to be good for you, but do you have an
Yeah,
official
I would say the unanimous decision.
You think it's going to go to distance?
I would love to, because I want to see him 4 round. Just to see how 4 round is good. It would be good. But of course, I would be happier if he would knock the guy out. But
I'd say
anything could happen.
I say he should get it over with as quickly as possible if he can.
Yeah, and just I don't want him to get hurt. I don't
No.
want anybody to get hurt. That's the main thing.
Well, I think that because of the nature, I think that is an important thing, because the nature of this fight and what surrounds it, I think if he demonstrated that he was in any kind of trouble at all, I think the referee would be stopping the fight.
for sure. But I would stop the fight too. If he was in trouble like that, I would stop it.
Well, he means more to you than
Of course,
a fight.
his heart is first. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care about the victory. Of course, we care, but first his heart first, and then the victory.
Well, I can't disagree with you there, my man. Well, listen, Joe, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we're looking forward to it, and we'll be seeing you tomorrow, and we'll be talking to you again.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw.
Thank you, Bill. It was nice talking.
All right, Joe. That's Sal Senecola's trainer, and hey, it's a good thing to hear that a fighter is going to be honest, and if his fighter gets in any kind of trouble at all, he's not going to hesitate to pull the plug. So that is a good thing to do. So we will wait and see tomorrow. So we're going to be joined right now by we just had Sal Senecola's trainer, main event, and Nate Petty, who's going to be Sal's opponent. We're joined with his trainer right now, Kelly Mays. What's up, brother?
How you doing? Good to be here.
Not too bad. So listen, man, there's been a lot of talk about this fight, mostly about Sal Senecola. Tell us about Nate. How's he been preparing for this fight, and what's his mindset, and how do you see everything going?
Man, honestly, we couldn't believe that we would allow that we had 4 weeks to train for this fight. If you're not ready in 4 weeks for a 4-round fight, then something's wrong with your boxing program.
Yep.
And Nate just came off of a split decision loss, 6 rounds, to a kid that was 7-0, Travis Homestead. So he's stronger. As you can tell in the weight difference from 260 to 160, actually 157. Which
Was
is
that the last fight? He was that much.
the fight before last.
So how much weight did he have to come down for this fight, or was he around the weight that he is right now?
3 or 4 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Walking around.
So the weight loss was the previous fight.
Yeah, he was 260-something pounds.
That's unbelievable.
He's in shape.
There's a lot of inspiration going on here for older guys and for him to drop the weight. Now, one thing that we've been saying all week, and the way I'm looking at it, and whether I'm right or wrong, I look and I put myself in Nate's position, and I say to myself, man, this guy's got to have some determination, because if it were me, I don't know if I'd want to be the guy to lose to the 53-year-old. Is that any kind of a piece of the puzzle here, or what?
No, actually, we didn't. We never even took that in. And when we think about it, he's an opponent. They called us in. All the numbers met, and you got to understand, Nate has been fighting as a heavyweight.
I know it's
Okay, now we haven't fought. We're fighting someone that hasn't fought in over 20 years. The age difference. I don't. Look what Bernard just done.
right.
So.
Right. Yeah, but Bernard's been fighting nonstop for all these years.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true. Sally stays in shape, and because of that, I think it's going to be a good fight. Now, I don't think they brought us in here to win, but I think they're gonna get their feelings hurt on this one. I think they chose the wrong. In boxing world, they call it the opponent. And coming off the sixth rounder that we just lost, and our sparring partner, Glenda Promise Thomas, who fought 6 world champions, including Roy Jones, Jeff Hook Lacey, Michael Nunn. We've had the best sparring camp, training camp that we've had. This is his best opportunity ever in his career.
Now, I always ask this, even though I'm going to, precede it by saying, not looking ahead. But this is a good opportunity for Nate, and I'm sure some doors would open up should he come out victorious tomorrow night. Is that something that he's thinking, or is he just sticking with one fight at a time?
One fight at a time, one day at a time. I told him we don't want to look too far ahead. Just take advantage of the opportunities that we're being given right now.
Exactly.
Between the promotion company and Eric Botcher, they thought enough about us to bring us all the way in from Louisville, Kentucky, home of heavyweight champion center of the world. So we got to represent.
What's your game plan? What do you expect? What do you expect Sal to bring?
We really don't care what he's bringing. We're bringing pressure. See if he can take it.
So that's about his style. That's Sal's style. So if Nate's going to come and bring pressure, we're in for a pretty exciting fight. I
And
think.
besides that, you got to understand, he is a correctional facility guard. So
He's not going to be intimidated at all.
he's used to applying pressure.
Yeah, but it's going to be a little different tomorrow.
Like I said, we had a good training camp with Glenn Thomas and some of my amateur stars. So I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. We don't want to go back to Louisville a loser. I know that.
No, it's a long drive. Well, you guys didn't have to
No,
drive.
we flew. We're the main event.
Right.
We flew.
You flew. I know. Well, listen, man. I wish you all the luck in the world, and we're all predicting. On Sal's end, I know you don't want to hear this, but if Sal comes out on the end that he's hoping, is he going to continue? And off the record, well, it's on the record, but I mean, if you weren't in Nate's corner, would you want to see him continue at 53 years old?
I look at it like this. I don't really believe. I don't really care about the number system that they have. I believe that as long as you can pass every medical and physical that they give you,
Yep.
that whatever state you come from requires, then you should be able to
You have a right to fight.
you have a right to fight.
make
If
a
this is your
living.
profession,
Right.
it's like I'm a carpenter. You want to take my hammer away because I hit my finger every now and then.
That's right.
It's not fair.
And you know what? Most of the people that we've talked to kind of feel the same way, because let's face it, it's just like if you're going for a job, it's age discrimination, really.
Absolutely. He's still got all the tools,
Yeah.
So
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good fight. I got to see Nate for the first time. He looks like he's in good shape. It looks like you guys are prepared. Like you said, you had plenty of time to prepare. This is going to be a good fight.
Oh, absolutely. We've been treated well, and thank y'all for the opportunity.
Well, good luck, man, and we'll be talking again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, man. Well, we got the main event, both trainers feeling very confident, and good to hear that Nate Petty is going to be fighting a pressure-style fight. I think that's kind of what Sal would want. That's his style. That's what they've been working on. So it looks like it's going to be an action-packed fight. We're going to be getting another person here. We're going to take a break for 5 minutes. Got it. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be back in about, let me predict, 5 minutes. We'll be right back. It takes a couple seconds, and it goes on. No, I was saying 5 minutes to weigh in. Oh.
We were trying to tell you to fix your headphones. They're about to fall off the front of your head.
Well, you didn't go over all the signals. All he said was this. Oh, I thought you were going like this. And we're back. I lied. I said we'd be back in 5 minutes, and it was about a minute. So I got the signals wrong. But anyway, you're going to see a shot of. We're going to switch a view here, and you're going to see the action happening in the weigh-in right now. I guess in a couple of minutes they're going to be actually getting on the scale. So we'll be getting our next guest here in a second. We're going to go through all the fighters that are going to be participating in the event tomorrow night. Again, this is at the Peck Center in Fernandina Beach, Florida. I didn't want to say it wrong because the producer's over here. He's going to stab me. He's got a weapon on him. But it's the Comeback to Reality Tour. If you did not get tickets yet and you're in the Fernandina Beach area, you can get yourself some tickets by visiting www.salsanicola.com or ldltv.com. Or you can tune in if you're not in the area here. You can tune in on www.ldltv.com. We are scheduled to kick off tomorrow live around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're currently at Sliders Seaside Grill, and we're going to be holding a after-fight party here as well. So if you're in the area, make sure you swing on by. Don't forget to get tickets. There are some tickets available, and you should be here. This is history in the making, not only for boxing, but for the Guinness Book of World Records. Longest return to the ring as a professional after 25 years. That's a quarter of a year century. If it was a vehicle, it would be an antique. Yeah, that's what we got going on tomorrow. So we have a good card. I'll tell you, there's a couple of fights on this card that are totally 50-50. As a matter of fact, every fight on this card is a 50-50 fight. So I was talking to Eric Botcher, who's the matchmaker for this event, and I said, it looks like we got a couple of good fights on this card. He says, to be honest with you, they're all evenly matched. And as I went through the card earlier today, when you really look at them, they really are. I mean, in the first fight, you have a 4-round fight in the super middleweight division. 2 winless fighters, okay? Now, usually when you see a fighter that doesn't have a win, they're usually matched with a guy that is supposed to be a hot prospect and everything else, and they very rarely get an even shake, a fair shake. Like in the case of Stephen Chadwick. They call him Rocky Too Slick. Now, he's been in 4 fights, never got a W, but speaking with them earlier, the team, him and Stephen Chadwick, his father actually trains him, they told me that in many of the fights that they felt that they were robbed. As a matter of fact, 2 of those losses were split decision losses, and we all know when you travel as an opponent and you lose a split decision or a majority decision loss, generally you got robbed. So he's in looking for his first win against Clavon Bradley, who's also from Louisville, Kentucky, like the main event, and he's been in the ring one time, and he came up short in that one. So you have 2 fighters looking for their first win, and generally when that happens, you get an action-packed fight. In the second fight of the night, it's in the featherweight division. Again, we have 2 fighters that are similarly matched. Never fought in professional boxing, but both have fought professionally in MMA. Both are making a pro debut. Brandon Riles against Jason Samche, and that is going to be a pretty entertaining fight as well. Then we get into the big boys. We have a scheduled 4-round heavyweight fight. Nate Haven. He's from Ocala, Florida, which isn't too far from here. 5-0 with 4 knockouts. And he's going to be taking on Terry Cox, also out of Louisville. He's 2-1 with 1 knockout. So that's when we start the heavyweights. Then the co-main event is another evenly matched fight with undefeated Glendy Hernandez. He's out of Miami with 9-0 with 5 of those W's coming by knockout, taking on Dooley Arson. I can't even pronounce his last name. We're going to have to wait for him to get here. Arson Tildale, I think it's called, or Arson Deal. Apologize for that. You guys that follow the show know that I can struggle at times with with names. But that fight is actually evenly matched as well. So that's the 10-round co-main event. that we're looking forward to. And then in the main event, like we've been talking about all week, Sal Sinicola returns to the ring after 25 years, building up his businesses. He's very successful. This isn't a storyline of a guy that needs money and a guy that has to, get back in the ring to pay his mortgage or something like that. No, this is far from that. This is a situation where the guy has a book that he wants to close, some unfinished business. We call this fight Come Back to Reality because a lot of people think he's nuts for getting back in the ring at 53 years old. And his career record from 25 years ago, 18 wins, 2 losses, 11 of those wins coming by knockout. He does have a no contest. He has been cut in the past. He was kind enough to show us all the stitches that he had on the top of his head, over both eyes, around his face, and all that stuff. I think he says he's had a total of almost 300 stitches in his face. And John from LDL TV was on earlier in the week when we were doing the Talking Boxing with Billy C show. And, we were talking about how as you age, it's actually better for you not to cut and bleed and stuff. And he was giving us all the reasons why. But the one that sticks in my mind the most was the fact that there's not as much blood in your skin, which is, a pretty good thing for a guy that was known to cut. Now, he takes on Nate Petty. And Nate Petty, as we just sat with his trainer before, this guy's been ready for this fight. Sal Sinicola better not be taking Nate Petty lightly. We saw him earlier. He's in great shape. He's weighing in about 2 minutes. We got the main event's going to be weighing in first, I believe. Like his trainer said, listen, we have a great opportunity here. Age is not an issue. That was something that I thought earlier in the week. I said, well, this is a guy that's going to be motivated by the fact that he didn't want to lose to the 53-year-old. But his trainer was honest when he said, no, that was far from my mind, far from Nate's mind. He said, this is an opportunity that we feel that we want to take advantage of. So he's coming to fight. And, his record is on the losing side. But, again, similar to Stephen Chadwick that I mentioned earlier, here's a guy that has been in the ring and has lost some pretty close fights. The other thing that is pretty interesting side story for Nate Petty is the fact that he used to fight at heavyweight. That's right. And right now, considering he was a heavyweight, he's in great shape. So we got two guys in great shape. And Nate Petty, by the way, is 34 years old, a fighter that a lot of people would think at 34 years old maybe is past his prime. But he's the youngster in this fight. Sal Sinicola is 53 years old. Not been in the ring for 25 years. So we got about a minute and a half or so ready before we're going to switch and see the weigh-in live. Now, I don't know if we have audio from the weigh-in or not. Oh, we do. I'm getting a signal from my boss here that we do have audio that will be coming in from the actual weigh-in. So we'll be looking forward to that here in about a minute or so. So all of that's going to be happening here in a little bit. Again, some ticket information for the Comeback to Reality Tour. If you are in the Jacksonville, Florida, or Fernandina Beach area, and you know where the Peck Center is, you can get tickets at the door, or you can go online right now, www.salsinicola.com. We will be streaming this whole event starting tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on LDL TV. So we'll be looking forward for you to join us then. So we'll be looking for that. All right, it sounds like we got some stuff going on in the way, and we're going to switch over to that and see if we can catch that right now. And we got a good. Here we go.
All the fighters, you can allow one coach from each team to come witness the weigh-in if you like. Go for it, Brad. I think they've seen that before. $125. Let's give him a hand. Make it weight. Good job.
Brandon Riles just got on the scale. He made his weight.
This will be an exciting fight with these
125.
two gentlemen right here. They're both coming to bring it on.
No shame in the game, baby. No shame in the game.
Jason Sanchez.
Wow, 129.
You got to drop
Oops.
some pounds.
He's over. He weighs 129. This is supposed to be a featherweight fight. That's 126 limit. He's 4 pounds over. Now, what are they going to do? Either accept it like that or... Right, I'm sorry. Sorry. JJ, my producer, just informed me that I can't add worth a damn. He's 3 pounds overweight. It's been a long week, JJ. Come on, man.
66 pounds.
Who weighed 166?
$163 3/4 for Mr. Bradley.
163 3/4. And Stephen Chadwick was 160. Oh, no, Chadwick's getting on right now.
163 3/4, Mr. Chadwick.
All right, so
Okay, fighters, we'll have a face-off right here. You guys are, you're right here. That's okay, behind it.
All right, both of these fighters made weight, so they're done, signed, sealed, and delivered.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Oh, okay, all right. As long as I got backup over here. Let's get the 126 pounders. Let's go ahead and get your face off if we can. Let's get your face off real quick, guys.
Face off. Right in front of the scale. Look at us.
That's right.
Look at us, man. Look at us, man. Look at us. Look mean, man.
All right, now let them do their look at each other the way they want.
Come on, man.
All right, you guys ready for a good fight? That's what I'm talking about. Go lose some weight.
Go lose some.
Cox and Haven. Cox and Haven.
Get out there and run, man. Make some weight.
These guys are really 145 pounders?
Frank, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
Got Nate Haven.
Nate Havens on the scale.
239.
239. The big man.
You gotta go, Russ. The food will be here when you come back. Don't worry.
Terry Cox.
240 and a half.
240 and a half. Yeah, let's get a face off,
Straight
gentlemen.
up. Straight in the middle of the scale. Face off. Yeah, there you go. Face off. Okay, turn towards us.
Ref's gonna have to be ready. These big boys gonna be in there.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Wendy Hernandez
And Dooley.
and Dooley
Aristide.
Aristide.
Hernandez and Dooley, step on up, gentlemen.
Aristide.
And I know these boys come to fight right here. That's the only way to do it.
I refereed a few of their fights. Watch makes you a cruiserweight, man. $225 and a half.
225 and a half for Dooley.
Stay still. 221 and a quarter.
221 and a quarter, Mr. Hernandez.
Face off. Face off. Face off. Face off. Face off. Hands up.
Okay, good.
Man, I'm excited about this one already.
Jose.
Okay, the main event.
Get on the scale. Make sure you way.
Ready and set him Step down, show us that
Head in, Senegola. Wait a minute.
He's coming on now. Yeah.
I wore my 70s wigwam socks.
Nate Petty.
Nate Petty on the scale.
57 and a half.
157 and a half.
You gotta take that shirt off. Yeah, get back on. Take the shirt off. Throw the shirt off. $57 and a quarter.
157 and a quarter.
He strips it.
Yeah, he's fine.
Check. You're trying to turn the mic off, though. Nicole on the scales.
56 and a half.
Yeah. 156 and a half. Fight is on.
Face off. Face off.
All right, gentlemen, let's get a face off right here.
Face off. Face each other.
Get ready for a good show.
All right, fists up, face me, and then hold one more because you're gonna have to hold the 954 magazine. Give me the magazine. Woo! This side. This side. Hold the magazine. Hold it.
Playboy edition right there, too.
Okay, hold it. Hold it. They're a sponsor. Hold on. Okay. All right. Good. All right, guys. All right.
Guys, great way in. The food's going to come out. If you get some munchies on.
And we're back. You just witnessed all 5 fights weigh in. Now, we do have the Jason Shamche fight, which is the scheduled 4-round featherweight fight. Jason came in 3 pounds overweight. I was wrong. I said 6 before, but JJ took off my socks and shoes and showed me on my little pitties that I was 3 pounds off. So he's got to lose 3 pounds. They said, now go lose the weight. 3 pounds is pretty tough, man. Usually when it's a pound or two, they can usually sweat it out. 3 pounds is pretty tough. That means he's going to be forced to run and sweat an awful lot to lose 3 pounds. So I'm anticipating not too much of a problem, and I'll tell you why. Because in the state of Florida, they have a 7-pound swing, which means that a fighter can't fight either plus or minus 7 pounds of his opponent, regardless of the weight of the contract. So what that means is Brandon Riles and Jason Shamche right now, if Jason can't lose another pound, the fight most likely will still go on. Now, what will happen is most likely Jason Shamche will have to forfeit some of his purse to keep the fight on and all that happy stuff. So we'll wait and see. He's taken his shot at losing the 3 pounds. I'm sure he'll step on that scale after he runs a little bit, sweats a little bit, and he'll be in his birthday suit, I'm sure, and try to weigh in at the 126-pound limit. And then that fight will be fine for them. So with the fighters that are going to sit with us and chat with us for a little bit just before they eat. So we'll have to wait and see, and then hopefully they won't eat all of the food, so we can get some. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. So I'm not sure who's going to be visiting with us first, but I will find out here in a second. As the big cheese of this operation, John Mascarunas, Jason Shamche is going to be coming in right now, and he's the guy that's going to be losing some weight, but maybe not since he just took a drink. We'll have to wait and see. So joining us right now, he's in the 4-round scheduled featherweight fight. Jason Shamche, what's up? Glad you could join us.
Hey, thank you very much.
Now
Glad to be here.
you came in a couple pounds overweight. What are you guys going to do? You going to try to lose it, or are you going to fight as is, or what's the deal?
I guess my opponent's trainers, they said that it was okay for me to be a little over. I mean, it was a little struggle just driving up here 5 hours with the heater on. My manager over there, she couldn't handle it in there, but
You tell her to suck it up, and she can
Yeah.
hang out the window. And
Yeah,
that's
I know. But hey, gotta think about the other people.
Right.
But anyways, no. I guess the good thing. I guess I'm fortunate enough that they have good trainers that are able to just let me fall through and not have to lose that much weight.
Yeah, that's
I know
cool.
I know they're having a little bit of a hard time trying to find an opponent for Brandon Riles, so I'm the kind of guy that steps up and fights anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Now, you're making your pro debut in the boxing ring just like your opponent, Brandon Riles, and you're going to be making that transition from the MMA, from what I understand. Now, you fought professionally in MMA before, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I fought for CFA twice. I also went to Puerto Rico and fought for MX FC. I'm also 32 and 16 amateur MMA fighter as well. I'm also 21 and 1 in Muay Thai. So I mean, I've been around. I was I'm originally from Nebraska, so I'm a wrestler as well too. So it all just kind of combined in together, and I just still have that fighter's edge.
You're a Cornhusker fan?
Yeah, I'm a Cornhusker fan, baby. Yeah, man. But I'm an Asian guy from Nebraska, so it's corn.
How
and
did
rice.
that work out?
I
What
don't
was
know,
that
man.
like?
Corn and rice, man. Corn and rice.
I'm an Alabama fan. I know you
Oh,
don't
okay,
hear that.
okay.
But,
We better slide away.
but now, are you going to be making the move to boxing, or is this something that you want to try to use to help your game in MMA, or what?
Well, I mean, really, Jeff is one of my good friends, and he calls me whenever there's fights that are kind of getting thrown at me, and that's what I'm about. I train every day. I'm a hybrid fighter. I train everything. So when things get thrown up at me, and especially when you get to fight for money, that's the best thing. Is just to fight for money. I don't like to fight people out on the street for free and stuff like that. Being a professional, fighter, you take it to another level, and you take it with a lot of professionalism.
So you're just trying to just better yourself in any fight, any
Yeah.
skill you can.
I mean, I've done it all already. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm still young and I'm still hungry. So right now I'm just boxing because I want to see maybe where it would go, because I am a striker really, and in MMA fights I'm always getting either taken down or submitted or something like that. But striking's my game, and maybe this is just something that maybe I can transition to and just to see what I can do.
One last thing I want to ask you: how do you see this fight going?
I see. Well, I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna be victorious. I'm gonna be victorious. All I know is it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm gonna push the pace. I didn't drive up all the way here for nothing.
There you go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So should I be looking for this to be the fight of the night?
Yeah, I think we're gonna throw on a good show, man. We're gonna go on a good show. So everybody check it out, man. Everybody's gonna see this. This is a boxing of the little guys right now, and we are fast. We're a lot faster than the other guys. So. Watch it.
Well, we're looking forward to it, Jason, and I wish you all the luck in the world. Thanks for joining us, and
Thank you very
we'll
much.
be talking to you tomorrow. That's Jason Samche, and as you heard, his opponent's camp, Brandon Riles, who's going to be joining us right here, who is also out of Brunswick, Georgia, and worked with Sal Sinicola. They said that the 3 pounds was not a problem, and they okayed it. And joining us right now is Brandon Riles. You met him at the open workout a couple of days ago. Brandon, it's here, man. The day you've been waiting for. How do you see this going?
I met the guy a while ago. He's real nice. Apparently he wants to stand up and bang, and I'm there to stand in front of him.
He's got a similar background as you. He's been in MMA and then some. He's fought in Muay Thai and some other arts and stuff. Do you see that being a problem for you, or is that a good challenge, a welcome challenge?
Oh, it's a welcome challenge. I like anything to do with stand up. The fact he's did Muay Thai and stuff like that, it's great. I like their mentality on the sport and everything. So I mean, I'm preparing for a war.
What's your game plan?
Stand in front of him and swing.
It sounds like it's going to be a war because
it ain't gonna be a slugfest. I'd like to fill him out to begin with, but I like the science of boxing. I like moving around, get my time in. I like to work counters mainly, so I like to feed off what they do. And if he runs, then I'll chase him. But if not, if I can get him to come to me, I'd prefer him to come to me, being the taller opponent.
One of the things I noticed with the open workout and stuff with you, and speaking with your trainer Joe, is that you really been working on your jab, and that's something that you talked about at the open workout too. Do you want to use your jab in this fight to kind of set up some stuff as the fight goes on?
Yeah, my trainer's been trying to push that whole issue of feeding everything off your jab. Get your jab to get your range, and then go off of it. Go to the body, go to the head, change it up, different angles, different attacks, but still have that jab there to get my range.
Now, he came in 3 pounds overweight. Obviously, you guys didn't get phased by that. You basically said, no problem, let's roll.
Yeah, I'm game for it. My trainer's usually the one that does pull it if they don't want to make weight and stuff like that. But, I mean, I'm there to fight. We just had bad experiences with past people not making weight, but it's been in MMA. And then when we get in there and stand up, I hit them, and they realize they didn't want to stand up. They take me down.
Well, usually, I mean, maybe what you could have done is let him try to sweat some pounds off a little bit and then accept it afterwards.
Well, I figured that's what my trainer was going to do, but he accepted it, so I guess he's confident what I'll do.
Well, you know, he knows best. He
Oh,
sees
yeah.
you in action, and we're looking forward to that. That, you know, we were talking about that earlier, and your fight. I mean, you know, when you look at this card, it's really turned out to be evenly matched, and your fight very well could be one of the better matched fights of the night. Are you ready for 4 rounds? Are you ready for 1, or what are you ready for?
Well, I mean, I'm ready for 4, but, you know, the sooner we out, the better, as long as I'm the one still standing.
Well, listen, Brandon, how do you predict this one from going? How do you predict it to go? The fight with you.
Me on my feet and him on his back.
So you're predicting a knockout? Stop it.
That's what I'm shooting for. I've been watching a lot of boxing lately, and a lot of guys starting out, they get their knockouts early, so I'm trying to finish them too. I don't like judges. No offense against them. I just don't want my fight to be in their hands. I'd rather put it in my own.
If you've ever listened or watched my show, I don't like any judges either. So,
Yeah.
you know, one time an old great fighter, Sam Langford, said he always brings his own 2 judges with him, and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "Judge 1 and Judge 2 right
That's
here."
it.
So, Brandon, good luck tomorrow, and
Appreciate it.
we'll be looking forward to talking to you after the fight, my man.
All right, thank you.
Brandon Riles, he's going to be in the scheduled 4-round featherweight fight, and he's going up against Jason Samche, who came in a little overweight, but Team Riles said no problem, and they're ready to roll. So we're going to get one of the heavyweights mic'd up here, and we will, super middleweight mic'd up here, and we will chat with him. Clavon Bradley, glad you could join us, my man.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. You're coming up. You know, I was talking about this fight that you have with Stephen Chadwick, and both of you guys are looking for your first win. I've always said that when you see 2 fighters that are coming in looking for that first win, it could be the most exciting fight of the night. How do you see it going?
I think it should be the same way you just said.
Do you have any? What's your game plan? How are you going to attack this guy?
Basically, you know, I'm just going to work my stuff, and I'm just going to be a counter puncher and look for my openings.
You know, I got a chance to talk to your opponent earlier and his trainer, and they feel that they've been robbed several times, and you know they want to make a statement in this fight. How would you respond to something like that?
There's really nothing for me to respond to. I just got to worry about myself, you know.
And
I got my own issues.
And, well, your issue is to get a W, and this is an opportunity for you to do that. And you guys
Right.
are starting off the night. You guys are a great weight class in the super middleweight division. What's your game plan?
Well, basically, my game plan is just to work speed and power because, you know, luckily I have both of them and just, you know, movement.
Do you think that that's an advantage for you? Do you feel that you have more, you know, the advantage in speed and power over your opponent? Have you seen your opponent fight at all?
No, I'm not the type to do research or anything. I feel like I should be able to adjust accordingly when I'm in the ring. So basically, it's just about me preparing myself.
Well, I agree with you. Basically, the most successful fighters are the best fighters, along with their corners, who can make those adjustments during the fight. So that's what you're looking for, that first round, and maybe feel out and see how you're going to take it, and then make those adjustments.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, listen, man, I wish you all the luck in the world. Do you have any predictions for the fight, how it's going to go? You're going to give me a prediction, or are you just going to come out with a W, or what?
I'm just going to do my thing, man. We're going to see what happens.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the honesty, and I hope we get to talk to you after the fight.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Good luck. That's Clavon Bradley. He's going to be in the opening fight, super middleweight, scheduled for 4 rounds, and he's going up against Stephen Chadwick, Rocky Too Slick Stephen Chadwick. So we'll see. Clavon was a man of few words, but he seems like he's very serious and ready to roll, or ready to eat, one of the two. So we're going to have another fighter coming up here in a second. We're going to have our shot with every one of the fighters on the card. And right now we got Rocky Too Slick Stephen Chadwick is going to be joining us right now. And Steve, welcome. I know we had a little short chat earlier.
Oh, yeah.
You had your way in. You're ready to roll. You're taking on another fighter looking for his first win. What's your game plan?
My game plan is to go out there and take care of business. You know, if I got a box. If the boxing don't work, I'll take it to the inside.
Now we had a chance to speak earlier, and you're coming off a couple of fights that you felt didn't go your way, even though you felt you did enough to win. Is this going to be a statement fight for you? Do you feel that you really got to make a statement in this fight and get another notch in the other column?
Oh, absolutely. This fight is basically everything to me. It's hometown, and I got to come off with a W.
You got a lot of people coming to see you?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Home team.
And have you seen Mr. Bradley fight before? Have you had a chance to view any tape or anything like that?
I actually know nothing about the guy, but we've been training hard. Been sparring with Nate Campbell.
My man Nate,
the Galaxy Warrior.
I know him well. He's going to be calling the action with me tomorrow.
So I've been doing some work with Nate, and he showed me a lot of different things.
So you've been working with Nate preparing for this fight?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Nate knows his stuff. There's no question about that. I'm good friends with Nate. Oh, you should have told me that before.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Galaxy Warrior.
Did he tell you that maybe you should add that Rocky 2 slick into your thing?
Rocky 2? No, that's something my pop gave me.
Okay.
He gave me over the months of training.
Cool. So how long have you been training for this fight?
Man, for this fight here, I've been training for the last 2 months straight.
Wow. So this is do or die, huh?
This is do or die.
Is this a fight that you feel is gonna kind of guide you to where you're gonna go from here? I mean,
absolutely. I want to go ahead and get the big W tomorrow night, and then from there, maybe every 4 to 6 weeks, start getting the fights lined up.
Beautiful. Now I was talking to your pops earlier, and you had a pretty extensive amateur career.
Yeah, the amateur career was great. A lot of experience in the pro ranks. It's been a little bit different, but I'm going to turn it around.
Well, we wish you all the luck in the world tomorrow night. I know you want to get something to eat, and I'm glad to hear that you've been working with my man Nate, and I'll be looking forward to you kicking off this show tomorrow. You guys are going to be the first fight of the night, especially in front of your hometown. Do you think that adds any pressure to you?
No, man. To tell you the truth, I'm ready. A lot of friends and family going to come down here tomorrow. And the first fight, I'll go ahead and get to set the fireworks off tomorrow evening.
So we're putting all the pressure on you, man. You kick off the night, and we're going to be good.
They might call me Rocky A.K. Chadwick.
There we go. I hope so, brother.
Thank
Good luck
brother.
tomorrow, and I hope to talk to you again.
Hey, you too, man. Thank you very much.
Rocky 2 Slick Chadwick, working with former world lightweight champion Nate, the Galaxy Warrior. And he's ready, man. These guys are ready. I'm telling you, the card turned out to be an excellent card. So if you're tuning in right now, or if you're watching this on delay a little later, make sure you tune in tomorrow if you're not in the area here, Peck Center in Fernandina Beach, Florida. We're coming at you from Sliders Seaside Grill at the official weigh-in to the Comeback to Reality Tour. If you can't get tickets and be here to experience a boxing world record set with Sal Sinicola returning to the ring after 25 years, then make sure you tune in to LDL TV tomorrow and watch it all. So that we can let you join in on the, well, like I like to say, reindeer games. Now we got one of the big boys with us, Terry Cox.
How you doing?
Welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Here in Jacksonville, Florida.
And you're in a pretty big fight tomorrow too. You guys are going to be in a 4-round heavyweight fight. How long have you been preparing for the fight?
Oh, about a couple of months.
A couple of months for the fight. All right, man. And how do you see it going? What's your game plan?
Well, my game plan is just basically try to take away the jab and basically do what I do, man. Get inside there and do what I do, bang away.
Do you? I know that your opponent had some height advantage over you. Is that going to be a problem for you?
6'6" giant.
Do you like fighting the bigger guys? Sometimes heavyweights like fighting bigger guys. What do you like?
I mean, it don't matter to me. I get stuck with them anyway. so it's like, I fight a lot of guys. I fight all year round pretty much. I stay in the gym. I practice, train all year round. So I'm not one of these people that just sits back and don't do anything.
So you're in the gym all the time. So this is going to be like facing somebody that you would on a normal basis. So there's no nerves. There's nothing like that.
No, it's just basically getting your strategy down and going with it. You can't look at it any other way. If you do, you're just gonna lose.
Now, for anybody that's never seen you fight, how would you describe your own style?
My style is just basically I bang people, I frustrate them, I jab at them, I do anything possible to throw them off. And if they mess up, they make a mistake, you know what time it is.
Well, your opponent has never tasted the agony of defeat. Is that going to happen to him tomorrow?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to test him. Man, he's, like I said, he's extremely tall, extremely long.
That means there's a lot of body to work, no?
Yeah, so a whole lot.
That's right. So that's like a heavy bag workout, right?
Well, sometimes my heavy bags don't last too long. So
and heavy bags don't hit back either, right?
That's right. What the guys in my gym do.
There you go.
Yeah, we got a lot of hard hitters in our gym. So.
What's your prediction of the fight tomorrow?
Tomorrow, my prediction is I want to go in there and basically just control tempo, control him, and just I don't care about knockouts right now. I just want to show him that I can control and put him in a place where he's never been before. And that's a lot of people don't understand what I say that, but you got 5 fights, 4 knockouts. Nobody's ever tested you.
And he's never tasted that agony of defeat. So maybe tomorrow's going to be that day.
Yeah, it's hard because I remember the first time I lost, man.
Well, listen, I appreciate you stopping by, and I wish you luck, Terry. And hopefully we'll be chatting again tomorrow. Right?
All right, I'm ready for the comeback to reality.
All right, my man. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
That's Terry Cox. He's in a 4-round heavyweight fight, and he's going up against Nate Haven. And we will be getting our next fighter on. Those are the big boys. We always love to watch the heavyweights fight, and we'll be seeing not one but two. Our co-main event is a scheduled 10-round heavyweight fight tomorrow. So it looks like we're going to get another one of the heavyweights joining us right now. And we got Terry's opponent, which is fitting. And I can't wait we're with Nate Haven right now, man. Glad you could join us. Look, when I saw you over at the hotel, I wanted to ask you about your beard, man. Did they say anything to you? Usually they don't let you have it that long, man. How'd you get around that?
Yeah, a lot of people, when they see me, they call me, hey, they be like, hey, isn't that guy, what's that guy named, the boxer, oh, no, who you talking about? Rick Ross? No, he's not a boxer.
So, well, usually they don't let you have it that long.
I try to
keep your chin down.
Sometimes I plait it, or sometimes I, try to pat it down and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, you listen, you're undefeated. You're going in a 4-round fight tomorrow. You're 5-0 with 4 knockouts. What's your game plan? You're fighting a shorter guy, and sometimes when you have that much of a height advantage, sometimes it's not really an advantage. How do you look at it? Have you become proficient fighting shorter guys, or it doesn't matter?
Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm still a beginner. I know I'm 5-0, but I'm trying to build up my record. And more shorter guys that they try to fight, taller guys, they try to come with the overhand right, or they'll try to get close to you and work on your body a lot. But I'm not trying to let him get close to me. Just work my jab and if he try to rush, and that's when he's gonna make a mistake, and then I'll drop my right, and that's where my power is, right there, my right.
So basically, you want to control him with the jab and
right.
Wait for your openings and
That's
lights
right.
out like the other 4 guys.
That's right. I wanna start off at the beginning, controlling the fight. Period. Off with the jab, and just take it from there, basically.
Yeah, that's good because he said the same thing. He said he wants to control the fight, and so we have 2 guys that are going to be going at it, trying to control the fight. Now, you're from Ocala. You got people coming to see you or what?
Right. It was a last-minute thing, but I have a crowd coming. I was originally born from Bradenton, Florida, but I've been raised up in Ocala, Florida, so I got people coming from Bradenton, Tampa, Sarasota, and places like that. About 2-3 hours away.
Cool.
So not too far. So
cool.
Yeah.
And for those that can't come, you can tell them to tune in and watch it because we're going to be streaming live on LDL TV, so you can check that out.
And I can't wait, man. I was just telling my coach, man. I said, man, this is the easy part because when we in the gym, man, he got to call me, get me up, and sometimes it's kind of hard.
He's got to call you to get you up.
Yeah, but let me see. When you hear fighters say, "Oh man, I get up this time morning." Listen, I got 5 kids. I got 5 kids, one on the way.
How old are you?
I'm
You
on-
got 5 kids?
I'm
Would you
27.
start? I was gonna say, would you start at like 5? Would you start having kids at 5?
I have 13 brothers and sisters, so we got a big
Jeez.
family. My mom, she got 16 brothers and sisters. My dad got 18 brothers and sisters.
So you're just starting. Oh man, that's well.
so
God bless
yeah.
you. You shouldn't have to get them to come and get you. You should be with 5 kids. You should be up already.
I'm saying, like, I'm hungry, man. I'm like, man, I got to get up.
You know those
early.
5 kids are hungry too. You
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I can't wait for this moment. It'll be good.
Well, listen, man, I look forward to seeing you fight. I've never
Yes,
gotten to
sir.
see you fight, and I'll be calling it tomorrow. And I wish you all the luck in the world, and I hope we get to chat after the fight, brother.
All right. Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much, all right?
Good luck, man. 5 kids, man. He's 27, and he's got a cool looking beard too. So Nate Haven, he's going to be in the he's going to be taking on Terry Cox in a 4-round fight, heavyweights. He's got a height advantage, never tasted defeat, 5-0 with 4 knockouts. And I love hearing the fighters say that they're going to do the same thing. They both want to dictate the tempo and control the action and everything else. We heard that from Terry Cox, and we just heard that from his opponent, Nate Haven. And we'll be looking forward to that tomorrow. Now, we got 4 more fighters that have come and join us, or scheduled to come and join us. The co-main event, which is another couple of heavyweights, which, listen, man, when you got 5 fights on a card and 2 of them are heavyweights, if you haven't gotten yourself some tickets yet, now's the time to get them. Or if you're not in the immediate area where we are, we're coming at you right now from Sliders, Seaside Grill. The fight is going to start tomorrow night. The broadcast is going to start at 7:30 p.m. It's coming at you from the Peck Center in Fernandina Beach. And I probably mentioned that. My producer just keeps shaking his head at me. I won't mention his name, but it's JJ. But if you're in the area or you're around Jacksonville area, come on down, get yourself some tickets. There are some tickets available. And the man himself is going to be joining us right now. He's a little nervous, I could tell. But you've seen him with us all week, and I'm just wondering when he's going to let me try some of his pizza. The guy has been stingy with that food. But Sal Sinicola is miking up right now. And, Sal, how did it feel to hop on those scale after 25 years? Did they laugh at your socks? Did you show your socks?
I have, let me tell you. Get these socks. These are my 1970 version of Wigwam socks, minus the tablecloth. They're great. Let me tell you, these are wigwams.
They didn't have those shoes in 1970. I tell you that.
Forget about it. They did not. But
what's going through your mind, man? 25 years
Let me
since the
tell
last
you.
time you did a weigh-in. You got to be nervous. We talked about that all week, and I don't care what you say. I know that you got to have some butterflies at this point.
It's the anticipation. Can't even talk, and it's really neat. It's revisiting like an old friend. And I'm excited. I really am. I'm keeping it in perspective, and but it was like, wow, I remember this. It's like, wow, let me put this suit back on, and boy, I remember from sitting down with the doctors to get the physical and everything else. I'm saying, wow, and it was a long time ago, and here we are doing it all over again, and it's unbelievable.
Well, your opponent, Nate Petty, is ready. You've been preparing for this a long time. And I know that when we first talked, John and I were talking about this earlier when we had the first preliminary phone meeting. It was a long time ago. It was actually at the end of last year. We originally were talking about this comeback in the month of February. Then it went to March, and now here we are in April. It's been a long road. Everybody that knows you knows how much dedication and hard work you've put in. You look fantastic physically. We all know that you lost some weight. And so did your opponent. And he's ready. He's ready to fight. And like his trainer told me earlier that they've had 4 weeks to prepare for the fight, and they're ready. What's your thoughts, man?
I met Nathan Petty, and nice guy. And I'll tell you what, he looks in good shape too. Looks in good shape. He looks mean too.
Well, that's what I mean. You can't drag it on.
He looks a little mean.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Whoa, forget about it.
But
Nate, I'll tell you, Nate's over here, and all this week, people are saying, Sal, you got to fight a guy who's young enough to be your son. I said, well, I hope he doesn't mind if I teach him tough love tomorrow night.
There you go. Well, everybody's coming here looking forward to a great show. We got a fantastic undercard as we go through
we
this
do.
and start talking to all those fighters and seeing the matchups. The matchmaker, Eric Botcher, did a fantastic job with this card. I mean,
He did.
every single fight on this card is a 50-50 fight, and you're going to be topping off the card with you as your main event. It's going to be a tough one, and we're all looking forward to it, my man.
Billy, I want to thank you so much again. This has been, like I said, it's like putting on an old favorite suit. And I'm a fighter. I cannot deny that. I am a fighter inside and out. And you know, the fighter still remains, like the song says. But it's just beautiful. And no matter what happens tomorrow night, I want to remain in the game of fighting. It's got the facets that I want to venture down and whether I do one and done or whether I want to make a rebirth of my career, I think we'll tell everything tomorrow night.
Well, I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank
And
you.
speaking about old suits, I'm not going to fit into any of my suits anymore because of you and all the good food. I appreciate it, and
You're very
good
welcome.
luck tomorrow, and we'll be chatting tomorrow, brother.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
All
Thank
right,
you
brother.
very much.
Sal
Bye-bye.
Senecola, main event tomorrow
Thank
after
you.
25 years waiting for his opportunity. Now I get to yell at my producer for unhooking me, I think. I don't think – I think I just lost my how does he get all of a sudden he gets a dish of food, but something just happened to my headset. I can't really I think it was here. But anyway, I don't know. Are you hearing me okay? Because I'm not hearing me anymore. But in any event, we got our next fighters coming up here, and we'll see what happens with this headset. Am I okay? I can't hear myself in my head. You hit something over here that. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, okay, I'm back, and I'm back. All right, we got. We got Glendetti Hernandez with us right now. Glad you could join us. And we got his translator. Glad you could join us. And what's your name?
Claudio.
Now, how does he's undefeated? He's from Miami. He's taking on another tough opponent, co-main event, 10 rounds. What's the game plan?
Dice que tú estás invicto, que piensas que va a pelear el 10 rounds, ¿qué estás pensando? ¿Cuál es tu plan?
Bueno, mi plan es el mismo de siempre, hacer mi trabajo. Ya, yo hago mi trabajo y el que pueda ganar es de él. Ya, yo hago mi pelea.
He said he have the same plan in all the fight. He coming to do in the job, but another guy doing the job, the best winning.
Well, he hasn't tasted. You haven't lost yet, so you want to keep everything going the way you have been, right?
Dice que si él tiene ya pelea perdida, que si tú quieres seguir invicto, dice que
Sí, claro. Sí, todo el mundo quiere ser invicto.
Does he have a specific game plan? He wants to use his jab. He's fighting an opponent that has the same amount of fights, same amount of wins as him, but he's got 5 more fights. Is he worried about the extra experience?
Dice que si tú tienes un específico plan, que trabajar el jab o moverte la distancia o trabajar el cuerpo, hacer un específico plan, que si tú tienes algún plan específico.
Bueno, yo no tengo plan específico. Lo mío es, como dijo, yo hago mi trabajo y ya, no tengo planes, no hago planes.
He said, he don't have no plan. He training hard, but he coming to do in the job. So he coming to win. So he don't have no plan.
He seems very calm and, like he's just another day at the office for him. Is he, obviously he's not too concerned. What's his thoughts? Is he very calm? Is this going to be just another easy fight for him or what?
Yeah, dice que si te sientes cómodo, que como que es otro trabajo, otro día más, o si tiene algo específico.
Bueno, me siento... Claro, todo hombre siente nervio en una pelea, todos los hombres tienen nervios, pero para mí este es mi negocio desde que tengo 12 años y ya, para mí pelear es como
He
nada.
said he doing the same job before when was younger, 12 years old. So it's another day. It's he tried to win again. He's still undefeated.
So tell me about his amateur career. How long has he been fighting? He's got 9 fights as a pro, but did he have an extensive amateur career?
Dice que le diga algo de tu carrera, Mateo, que cómo tuviste, cómo fue tu récord.
Bueno, Amateur tuvo una buena carrera, de parte que en Cuba hay muchos peleadores amateur de calidad. Y bueno, y ahora vine aquí a profesional a probarme, y no es lo mismo, ya el amateur pasó, ahora estoy aquí en el profesional para Select.
He said he doing very good amateur career, but in Cuba it's very hard because a lot of people in the amateur in the same way, it's hard to make very good world champion or Olympic champion. But he living amateur, he been in professional this now is the time.
I want you to tell him the funniest joke that he's ever heard. I want to see him smile. So you tell him the funniest joke you know in Spanish so he can at least smile for me once, all right?
Dice que él quiere hacer la cosa suave, que tú te rías,
There you go. Muy bien, muy bien. Tell him I said thank you for joining us and good luck tomorrow.
Dice que gracias por la entrevista y buena suerte para mañana.
Bueno, gracias a usted.
Good luck. I just had to see him smile, man. He was so serious, So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Good luck tomorrow. So we got the co-main event, and man, you don't have to say he's serious because you can tell right now that he's dead serious, and it was hard to get him to smile. So JJ, how is it? It looks good over there. Yeah, we see who's getting taken care of over here, But anyway, we're right here with the main event. Nate Petty, glad you could join us, man. And I was chatting with your trainer. Man, you've been working hard for this fight. And, I asked, now obviously I'm going to ask you too, but he said that your game plan is to put some pressure on Sal. Is that what you plan on doing? I mean, it sounds like this whole card is going to be a rock'em sock'em fight. What's your thoughts?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be real good. Everybody's gonna know who the main event is, and the main event's the one to put everybody in the seats, and that's me. So yeah, we've been training hard 5 weeks. I'm just gonna put the pressure on. That's it.
And it's true that you were heavyweight at one time,
Yes, sir.
man. You look great. I mean, this fight is inspiration for a lot of different reasons. One, obviously, Sal coming back at his old age at
sir.
53, and you coming in fantastic shape after being probably as heavy as my fat ass, So, we're looking forward to a great fight. Tell me in your own words what your game plan is going to be.
My game plan just to go in and be aggressive and just predict the pace. Just start it. Just go my own pace. Just go straight on, hard on out for 4 whole rounds.
All week long we were doing, some stuff preparing for the fight and everything else, and I asked your trainer, and I said, if I'm Nate, I said, it would kind of bother me a little bit to have, to have a 53-year-old guy beat me, And I asked your trainer, and he said, "Oh, that's not even, it never even entered our mind." Now I got you sitting here. Has that been entered in your mind or what?
No, sir.
Honestly?
No, it hasn't entered my mind.
Age is just. Are you going to give me the old age is just a number crap?
I'll put it this way. Anybody always got one good punch left in them, so
that's a good way to look at it,
So
even a little old lady might kick somebody's butt, right?
Yeah, got that brick in it person.
That's right. So you ready to go 4 or ready to go 1, right?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go.
So we're going to expect to see 2 guys that are pressure-style fighters in the main event.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, Nate, I wish you all the luck in the world, my man. You look great, and we're looking forward to a good fight.
All right.
Good luck tomorrow.
All right now.
Nate Petty, he's ready for the main event, and like he said, people came here to see him. He's the other part of the main event, and he's in great shape and unbelievable. Talk about inspiration. We have one guy that's 53 years old, and another guy that used to be a heavyweight who's slimmed down to weigh 157 and a quarter pounds for the fight, and little over what Sal Sinicola weighed, but a little bigger. And not weighing 157 pounds is the second half of our co-main event. Dooley, now I know I'm going to not pronounce your last name right, so why don't you just say it? I don't want to murder it on you. How do you say your last name?
Aristide.
Aristide. Glad you could join us, and you're coming in and you're fighting an undefeated Glenn Deity Hernandez in the co-main event. What's your game plan?
Well, my game plan is, to go out there and attack, be the aggressor, and be smart with it. And he's a pretty tall guy as well. Attack that body, go on top.
Well, it looks like you're in great shape as well, and you have the same amount of wins as him, and actually 5 more fights experience, where you can use that experience to your advantage. Now, he did have an amateur career, and when I asked him, he said he never won anything special in Cuba, but he's trying to focus on his pro career. Are you going to use those extra fights? Let me rephrase that. How can you use those extra 5 fights as an advantage to a guy, as a pro that obviously you have more experience?
That is correct. Well, see, the fact of the matter is, he had quite a few amateur background fights, but me as a pro is the type of opponents that I've faced. I've beat one of the biggest up-and-coming Cuban, Henry, by the name of Henry Fuentes, who was 11-0 at the time, beat him, and also beat Elijah McCall. I've been through some fights to where, I've been through some situations where I can handle myself in any way, shape, or form.
You beat Elijah McCall in his first loss?
That's correct.
All right. Now I knew I had recognized your name before, so this is not new to you to ruin people, to get rid of people's O's, right?
That is correct, including Henry Fuentes, the big Cuban from Miami.
So that's the game plan, to be aggressive and get rid of his O.
And leave it all in the ring. You understand?
Well, I tell you what, man, you're the co-main event. It's going to be an exciting one, as is the rest of the card. Now, how long, one last question, how long have you been preparing for this particular fight?
3 months, brother, maybe longer than he had.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Well, listen, man, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. I think I'm more excited about this fight than you are, and we're looking forward to it, and I hope we get to chat again tomorrow.
Thank you, sir, and I'm astounded. I'm glad they were able to bring it, through, and I'm glad it's an elite promotion. Mr. Eric Vasher, a great guy who called me and said, Dooley, look, we need you, and it's a great opportunity. I said, man, don't say no more. Let's do it.
And you were there. You were one of the first guys there. Look forward to you tomorrow, brother. Good luck.
Good
luck.
God bless. Thank you, sir.
Man, we got a great card on tap, man. It turned out to be evenly matched from top to bottom. I mean, every one of these fights, and like I said, Eric Botcher did the matchmaking on this card, and it looks like it's going to be an action-packed fight. And we'll see if we got, speaking of the matchmaker, we got him joining us right now. Eric Botcher is micing up right now. Eric, glad you could join us. And I tell you what, man, as we go through this card, I gotta give you congratulations, because really, when we talked about this earlier today, I mean, this card is evenly matched from top to bottom.
Yeah, I think there's good fights on here. The main event, I don't even want to hazard a guess as to what's going to happen in the main event, where a guy who's never done this before in professional boxing history, 25 years in between fights. We had a similar case of a Florida fighter last year coming back at age 50 after 20 years, fighting a guy with a similar record, and the Florida fighter coming back got knocked out. Even though probably when he was in his prime was much better than the fighter that he fought, but because of the age and the lack of activity, he just couldn't do it. So we'll see if Sal can do it. It's that's the question of the hour. But the undercard, I think we have some good fights, competitive fights, and that's what we want for the audience.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, as we go through this and we look at these guys and their styles, and we see the weigh-in, everybody came in prepared. Even the one fight, the featherweight fight, where the one fighter, Jason Samche, was a little overweight, but the opposing corner said, "Hey, no problem. Let's just do it." And it looks great. And I think you're right. I think that's the issue. Sal can be in the best shape of his career, which we all can agree. He looks great, but hey, you don't know how he's going to respond. And talking with Team Petty, they've been preparing 4 weeks. And like his trainer said, when you got 4 weeks to train for a fight, and if you're not ready, shame on you.
Actually, yeah, he's had a lot longer than that. We made the fight in February. He's had almost 2 months. And Petty's been training hard, and obviously he's seen Sal's fights on YouTube, and knows what kind of style to expect. So Petty sees this as a big opportunity to get involved with a fight that's getting publicity because of Sal, and for him to upset everything and get his own publicity.
Quick question. I mean, that's an interesting point. If I'm Team Petty, do you think after 25 years that you could review Sal Senecola tapes from his earlier career and assume he's going to fight the same way? I mean, do you think that? I mean, that's a good question to ask, right?
I think what they can assume only is that the style will be somewhat similar. That Sal, obviously, after 20 professional fights and his amateur background, is not going to change his style. What he actually has, nobody knows. Not even Sal. So I think you're going to see Nate Petty just come out immediately and say, you know what, if this guy doesn't have anything, I'm going to knock him out early, and I'm going to try to knock him out early. And Sal's got to be prepared for that.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I asked them the game plans, they both said the same thing. We're aggressive. We're going to come out and be aggressive, and we kind of heard that from everybody. They all said the same thing. We're going to be aggressive. We want to set the pace. We want to control the action. And when you got both sides of every fight saying that, I mean, at least we know one thing. We're going to have some action here tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think there'll be good fights. You hate to go to a card and look at the bout sheet and go, okay, I know this guy's going to win this guy's going to win this guy's going to knock that guy out, this guy has no chance. On this card, it's a club show, but for a club show you want to make competitive fights, and you want to make fights where people look at this, and even if they don't know what they're looking at, we got 2 pro debuts, we got 2 guys looking for their first win, we got a good heavyweight matchup in the 10-round fight, and we got the total mystery in the main event about what Sal's going to have or not going to have. So nobody knows. Nobody can pick all 5 fights and go, I think, 100% this guy's going to win the fight. If they pick all 5 fights,
I'm going to go with them to the horse track because
exactly.
Because the thing is that I don't think they are easy to pick, and it does appear that it's going to be an exciting night, that's for sure. And the thing is that it's evenly mixed. The 2 heavyweight fights, I think everybody likes to come and see heavyweights fight, and the one thing that is a home run. I mean, everybody's going to remember Sal Senecola's name, but whether they remember any name or not on this card, I think they're all going to walk away remembering that they had a good time tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. The average fan likes to see heavyweights.
Yeah.
Likes to see heavyweights. Likes to see knockouts. And we have 2 good heavyweight fights on here. And one guy, the fight that I'm interested in both fights, but the 4-rounder with Nate Haven, he's 5-0, and he's fighting Terry Cox, who's 2-1. And on paper, you go, the 5-0 guy's going to win. But Nate Haven has never fought anyone with a winning record. He had no amateur fights. Terry Cox is actually a big step up for him. So that's a good test.
Well, I tell you, I was speaking with Nate. He says he's got 5 kids. He comes from families with all these kids. And I'm like, yeah, no wonder why he's fighting. He's got all those mouths to feed. But we'll be looking forward to that. Eric, I appreciate you joining us. And once again, great job with matchmaking.
It
looks like it's going to be a great night of fights tomorrow night.
I think so. Thanks,
well,
Billy. Appreciate
we're looking
it.
forward to it.
All right,
well,
bud.
listen, I'm Billy C. And this is we're wrapping up our – we got one more. 2 more. I'm sorry. First, I should be listening to the producer instead of this guy over here telling me, which means, I was waiting for the wrap-up thing. And we will sit down with the official promoter of this event from Elite Promotions. We have Jeff Gibson joins us. I just want to say, when I grow up, I want to have a truck like you, brother. Man, that's a cool rig you got.
Only when you go to the gas station, then you wish you didn't have it, though.
They love seeing you pull in there,
That's
right?
every day. I think I got my own pump.
It's like when you're trying to drive it, like you see a gas station, it's like fighting with you to get in. It's a great car. What do you think, man?
You know what? I got to tell you, I'm really excited. Eric Botcher, the matchmaker, he's gone above and beyond on this. And this community here, this may be the first professional match that they've had in the town. And I think the people here locally are going to see some real talent. I'm not talking about one fight. Every fight on the card's good fights.
That's what we were just talking about with Eric. And when you look through the card here, and really, I mean, it's like every fight is a 50-50 fight.
It is. I mean, they can go any which way. And even the big boys, the heavyweights, everyone's in shape.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I know.
There's nobody that's going to run out of gas. I mean, I'm not going to say there won't be a fight over in the first round because somebody got caught.
Right.
But if it does, it's because they got caught.
Right.
Because these guys are here, well-matched, good fights.
What's your thoughts on Sal Sinicola returning to the ring after 25 years at 53 years old? We all know he's in good shape. I mean, he's proven that to us all week long. But, you know, the question, we all know he's crazy. We all know that, right? Yeah. But the question of, you know, once he gets that first shot, once he gets hit, you know, how's a 53-year-old body going to react? It's not like he was, you know, 25 years ago. What's your thoughts?
Well, you know, Sal and I had a little talk a little bit ago, too, and I told him first, I said, you know, I'm not even sure if you realize how lucky you are. You get to live a dream. A lot of us that have fought years ago, we watch certain fights now, we're like, man, I could kick that guy's butt, or this, or I could. But we never get the chance to do it again, okay? The age is just a number. I'm going to tell you that because, you know, I may look 28, but I'm not just 28, okay?
I thought you were 29.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
That's what I told you, if anybody asks.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, that's
okay?
right. That's right, especially the women.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, and I told Sal, I said, you know, we're you know, he's got a couple years on me. I said, we're around the same age. But he and I both know we're in shape. And we know what we can do. I mean, we're talking about 4 rounds. For a guy that's used to doing 8, 10, 12-round fights, 4 rounds, I don't care if it was years ago, he knows the condition to be in there. And you see the shape that he's in and everything. When he gets hit, he's been hit before. So it's not like...
But not at 53. Your body just changes, you know.
Well,
so
you know what? I gotta disagree a little bit there. Maybe it does change, but I think you're a lot more calm because you've been there before.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Now, even though he hasn't been there in a while, he realizes, okay, I'm doing 4 rounds. I get popped. He's going to get popped. But he knows what to do. Take George Foreman, okay? In going into the later years, I was just say, man, you know, I know what George would say. He said, they may beat me, but they're not going to hurt me. Because he knew what he had to do to be in shape, so he's not going to get hurt during that time and have his defense.
Here's the other $1 million question. We're all, you know, looking beyond tomorrow and not in a sense where, you know, Sal's got to look at one fight at a time. Should he come out the way he wants to and the way he plans, what's your prediction? Do you think he's going to do it again?
Well, you know, I would say if you're having fun with it, do it again, but don't give up the restaurant. Keep your real job. I say that to anybody.
Right.
But you know what? I think it's going to be hard for him not to because he's going to realize, and I think the whole world's going to see that tune in tomorrow and watch these fights, and everybody's going to want to see Sal's fight with the age. They're going to realize, wow, you know what? This guy's no different than anybody else that's in there fighting. Probably a little smoother with some of his stuff. And then he just got his feet wet again. So he's like, well, you know, that's like giving you that bag of Doritos when you haven't had it in a while. You say, here, only eat half the bag. You eat half the bag. You're like,
give me another. Give me
the
rest.
I want to finish them. Yeah. So I think we'll see Sal come back again.
Well, you know, we saw Jack Johnson fight at over 60 years old, so maybe he's going to follow in Jack's footsteps.
Yeah, you know, my biggest thing is for people to understand that this is a real fight. Okay, this isn't something studio being set up with somebody and getting some easy opponent. I mean, Sal may win, Sal may lose. But either way, it's going to be a fight, and I think both guys are going to know that they were in for a fight. And that's what I love about the entire card. But I got so much respect for Sal because, you know, I've been in this game a long time, done a lot of fights, had a lot of teams, a lot of fighters. Well, you know what, give me somebody easy now, or give me somebody who's like, no. Sal didn't ask for that. In fact, we had to have somebody that we knew that the state, because he's been out for a while, would approve. But at the same token, he's got a great record. So they still look at, hey, this guy's had to do it. So, you know, it had to be a good match right there. I'm excited.
I think it's a good test, and I think a lot of the questions will be answered tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to the card and coming back and doing it again.
Me too, and the beach is great out here too. Have you seen it yet?
Well, I'm not allowed. I'm chained up into the, doing this.
Let's finish up here. Let's go get some beach time. How about
Sounds
that?
good,
All
Jeff.
right.
Thank you
for your
very
time.
much, and we look forward to a great event tomorrow.
We'll see you tonight.
All right, brother. That's Jeff Gibson from Elite Promotions, and we want to give a special thanks to 954 Magazine, a big sponsor on this whole event. And you can check out a link to their site on LDLTV.com. And speaking of 954, the magazine, one of our partners, Randall Jones of the 954 magazine, is mic'd up and sitting with me now. Glad you could join us, brother.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
What's your thoughts on this fight?
man, I think after just now meeting Sal, I think this is going to be a very interesting fight. I mean, I met Nathan out there as well, and both guys look like they're in shape. You know,
I've been dying to ask you a question, and it has nothing to do with the fights. Where do you get all these girls? I see the magazine. John was telling me, I'm like, oh man, it's that's got to be something.
Well,
I want your job. Are you hiring or what?
We're good right now. But we found some very attractive ladies. They're serious about their modeling, and we have a great team that goes out and finds a lot of these young ladies. But the magazine, the premise of the magazine.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. Like, what is the whole bottom line for the magazine?
We're about finding unsigned talent. Talent of any type. So you could be a model, a producer, comedian, small business owner, and whatnot. So as long as you have talent, we created this magazine to give an opportunity for those that don't get the opportunity for exposure.
Good. You and I are going to have to talk after this.
Not a
There you
problem.
go. There you go. This whole card is going to be entertaining, and you're going to be here ringside and
Absolutely.
watching it. And as we went through and we started dissecting each one of these fights, I mean, there's really, when you look at this card, there's not one fight on this card that you could say, oh, easily he's going to win, just like Eric was saying.
Right.
What's your thoughts? I mean, are you a fight fan?
Absolutely. I've known John and Eric and these guys for a very long time, several years. I've been working in boxing as well. And, again, after seeing the weigh-in and seeing all these guys, man, I mean, they all are, in great shape. They look hungry. This undercard, these guys look really hungry. And so, we've been promoting this on our website and whatnot, and, we wanted the people to know it's a big event. Yes, it's about Sal, but it's the whole card. It's a whole event that we're bringing here to beautiful Fernandina Beach.
Yeah.
I brought my lovely wife Rhoda up with me, and we're loving it so far. But I think the event will be fantastic.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and it's going to be exciting. And I tell you, like you said, all the fighters are in shape, and Sal's in for a tough night because Nate Petty's been preparing for this for a long time, and he looks like he's in great shape.
Absolutely. I mean, on the poster, it's funny. I mean, Nathan looks bigger, but all these guys are small. I guess that's because I'm tall.
Yeah, everybody should look smaller to you, but
but I'm really interested in that. What is it? The heavyweight fight?
Well, both of them, actually,
Those guys
both
are
of these
huge.
heavyweights, yeah, both of them look like they're going to be evenly matched, and even the two smaller guys in the featherweights, both of them making their pro debuts. Both of them have experience in other, fights, MMA and Muay Thai and stuff, and even the two guys that are looking for their first win. I mean, there's so much hunger in that fight. I mean, the card is good from the top. Eric Botcher did a great job.
Absolutely. I was going to say, big shout outs to Eric and as well as John for putting this event together. I remember you called it almost, last year towards the end of.
Yeah, it was in November. Were you on that thing? Yeah.
Trying to put this thing together, and John stuck with it, man, to help Sal bring this dream alive. So, it's awesome. It's a great card. I hope everybody tunes into the webcast.
Well, listen, Randall, it was great meeting you, and
Same
I'm going to
here.
chat with you in a few minutes, and good luck to the magazine. It looks like you got a home run there.
All right.
And we'll be looking forward to a great fight tomorrow night.
Just make sure they check out the website at www.954.com, NINE, the number 5, FOUR.com.
Sounds good, my man.
All right.
That's Randall Jones from 954 the magazine, and we looks like we're going to be wrapping it up, and we got a copy of the magazine right here, and you can check that out, or the back page, which is pretty cool. I think I might keep this copy myself, just to read it. Look, I hear it's got a lot of really good articles in it that I'm going to check out. So anyway, make sure if you haven't gotten tickets yet to visit salsanicola.com to get yourself some tickets, or if you're not within driving distance, make sure you swing on www.ldltv.com, and we'll be looking forward to that. Hey, listen, I'm Billy C. We're wrapping it up right now. Make sure you tune in tomorrow beginning 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Ciao, baby.